Hello, this is Heather from Twist My Stitch. Thank you for joining me for this tutorial of the best magic circle ever. Once you try this method, you won't go back. So let's get to it. Okay, so here I'm going to be showing you the best magic circle ever. You're going to start with your tail end on your dominant hand. So your working yarn always feeds through your non-dominant hand. So we're going to take about 6 to 8 inches in length of yarn here, and I'm going to wrap it simply around 2 fingers 2 times. And then I'll just grab it with the 3rd finger. It looks like I have 3 wraps around this yarn, but I only have 2 around my fingers. I'm going to go under these 2 loops and under that 3rd one, and I'm gonna grab that, and I'm going to grab the other yarn and do a chain 1. This chain 1 does not count, so this basically just secures your magic circle. So this does not count as any chains. So if your pattern says do a chain 3, just for instance, if it says to do a chain 3, you don't count this first one. So then you would start your chain 3 here. I'm working a double crochet in which I do not count my chain as my stitch. So I'm just going to do a chain 2, and I'm going to work 12 double crochet into the center of that magic circle. I love this double magic circle because it makes such a nice tight circle in the center that it will never come loose. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you at this point. I've got a few stitches here. I'm going to continue on until I have 12 double crochet into the center of this magic circle. At this point, I have worked 12 double crochet into my center of my magic circle. However, I did not count my chain 2. So at this point, I'm going to take and I'm going to tug on my tail end. And you can see this piece is starting to collapse within here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull at this side, the side closest to my chain, and I'm going to pull toward the opposite direction. Go ahead and just drop that hook. So again, I'm pulling this piece that's coming from here and into the other side. So you will see that I am collapsing down the center of this magic circle. And now it looks like I have a huge mess, right? Well, it's not a huge mess at all. So that tail that we started with, we're going to just tug on that, and it's going to pull this loop that we created in. And then you continue tugging once that loop is gone, and it creates a nice tight circle there. Let's give it a nice good tug. And at this point, you could technically just snip this off right here and it would be fine. However, I never trust my yarn, but I know it's never gonna slip, depending upon my yarn. If I'm using really slick yarn, I for sure want to work that in a little bit more. So either you can weave it through or you can crochet over it. I prefer to just crochet over it. So I'm going to work my next row just over top of this tail. So I'm going to work a slip stitch and then just double crochet into each stitch, or as your pattern indicates. there's my slip stitch. Since my chain 2 does not count as a stitch, I'm going to pull that slip stitch down nice and tight and chain 2 and crochet right into that same stitch, doing 2 single crochet into that stitch. I'm going to continue working 2 double crochet into every stitch around. Until I've crocheted over this tail at least 5 to 6 stitches. And at that point, I can cut off that tail with no worries that it's going to come loose in the center.
And that's all there is to the best magic circle ever. Comment below if this method is a game changer for you too.
Please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and click on that bell to get notified of future videos. If you have a video request, send me an email and subscribe to my blog at twistmystitch.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Thank you for watching, and now go twist my stitch.